really pray that Charlie still inspired some men, the 10 out of like 5 million that are still good men, that are still open doors for women, that are still getting rid of their addiction to corn and Instagram models and putting that aside and putting their families, their girlfriends and their wives first, realizing that it's an addiction. It's worse than drugs and alcohol almost to men, because men are so addicted and need the bonding. Men they have their needs. Of course, God made them that way, but like I said, that's why they're so vulnerable more to cheating. They're so open to it. They're like they see it online on every single app, and they just follow girls, talk to them and go, oh my gosh, this girl's talking to me, she's so hot and perfect. And it's just so sad that men are so weak and vulnerable, and they just fall for that and lose their family. Like I said, I just like so praying and like encouraged with Charlie Kirk, how he was like trying to inspire men. Like, that's a waste of life though. Corn and Instagram models are not going to love you and be there for you in hardships. If your father dies, an Instagram model is not going to care about you. And she's like, oh, who cares? She just wants your money and just be naked online, and that's just her job. She's not going to hug you and cuddle you and make sure you're all right and like take you in. Your girlfriend or your partner, your wife's going to do that and say you're all right. And your partner, that's what your partner's for. That's how God made it, to hug each other, to go on dates, to have somebody to talk to grow with, to be best friends. That's the whole goal here, to have someone, the one person that's you can rely on, and that's how God intended it for me. And Satan came along with corn and Instagram models, and men are so distracted by their boobs and their butt cheeks hanging out, that men are just so distracted and vulnerable and weak that they can't even focus on the girl that's in front of them. They can't say, hey, I want to go on a date with you, I want to hug you, I want to love you only. And you don't need to change. It's sad too, because it changes men's mindset, that men want to change their girlfriends or their wives to be like a corn star or an Instagram model. It's like, no, we don't need to change for you just because you have an addiction to other females online and they're better than me. And it's like, you want me to be who they are. I'm like, that's not who I am. I'm not that Instagram model. I'm not that corn star. I'm who I am, and men's way of thinking is dying because of all this, of their addictions to all these females bouncing their booties and their butt cheeks. It's like, yeah, but I'm not her. I'm me, and if you can't love me for me, then that's fine. Then you could go away, and that's fine. I want to meet a man that breaks that addiction, that loves me for